Welcome back to Bright Minded Live with Miley. Going to give everyone a minute to join. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in again. I'm back today. No puppies to bite my hand the whole time, but I do have my best. Okay, welcome back for the final episode of Highlighting Heroes Week on Bright Minded. Friday is for the future, staying engaged and positive. I love when Shirley from Beauty to the Street said, wishing is for birthday cake and shooting stars, but taking action and creating the changes that we want to see is how we get the goals achieved. I want to start by sharing some more submissions that we've received and then share a little bit with you about what's been on my mind as we close this week. Our first fan submission comes from Jose in Chile, who highlighted his fairy godmother. I have one too, Dolly Parton. Jose says his grandmother is a seamstress, and she donated 1,000 masks made by her to the workers of an agricultural company in the area where he lives. So that is amazing, and Jose, thank you so much for sending that in. Our next one is from @Cyrus Support, who says her friend is her hero, Lena. So I want to say thank you to her for cooking the food and providing the meals to homeless people and to all who can't afford to buy food right now because they lost their jobs and have no money. She gets up at 5 a.m. every morning to make food for her community for free. And she says she feels inspired to make something that could help people during this dark time and that every life matters and we should take care of one another. I love that so much, and it reminds me of the conversation, again, that I had with Shirley earlier this week about how much a difference one person can make just by caring and being kind to each other. So, Lena, you are a hero. Our last one for today is honoring the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, national organization, and the Indiana local chapter. American Foundation for Suicide Prevention in Indiana is creating and supplying flyers with information about local mental health resources to bars and restaurants. They're still offering carry-out and delivery to be included with every order. This helps at-risk individuals getting connected with much-needed service and overall helps keep people bright-minded. That is so cool. So thank you so much for sharing awareness about help and resources during this time. There are so many people in need, and that's an amazing way to get those resources into their hands. It was so important for me to highlight heroes this week because this crisis was developing super quickly and the impact on what it meant, especially for vulnerable communities who were already too often overlooked. So this is important to highlight those vulnerable communities that even now in this pandemic can be overlooked and how incredible activists and leaders are already responding based on their experience and their passion. What stood out to me this week is that the issues and injustices we talked about aren't new, but the pandemic has highlighted them as what stood out to me this week is that the issues and injustices we talked about aren't new, but the pandemic has highlighted them even more, whether that's inequality when it comes to access to healthcare, financial stability, housing, and you know Happy Hippie has always been about mobilizing young people to confront injustice and do their part by taking action. And this week I'm really honored that we highlighted amazing people working on the grassroots level to confront these injustices and help us learn more about how we can support them in this time and beyond. So many of us have been talking about coming together, and I really wanted to show everyone, no matter your identity or skin color or country of origin, can make a difference. We talked about healthcare with badass pathogens expert who is also a Pakistani American mother three, and a Venezuelan doctor who now works in New Orleans, or Chef Andres, who came to this country when he was 21 and grew his business here and around the globe, or people who identify as Native